Hey guys, Jeremy with Paragon Performance. We're going to take a few minutes and go over all the different suspension options on the C8 and how you lower each one of those cars. So first up, we have base cars. These are the cars that don't have Z51 suspension, they don't have mag ride, and they don't have front lift. So right now, the only way to lower those cars is, well, there's a couple ways, I guess. One is to buy a full coilover setup from KW or another manufacturer, which is gonna run $4,000 to $5,000. The other option is to purchase from GM the Z51 front suspension and rear suspension. And then the third option is gonna be our Paragon Performance lowering springs. This took a while for us to verify, but we have verified, in fact, these do work on base cars now. Next base car option that you could have ordered would be a base car with front lift. So to get this car lower without the monster truck wheel gap, what you're gonna need is you're gonna need our lowering collars for the front lift. And then second, you're gonna need to lower the back of the car. And the only way to do that is to purchase the OEM Z51 rear suspension, which is gonna give you the rear coilover perch, and then you'll be able to adjust down the back of the car to match the front of that car. And the third base car option is gonna be a base car that got mag ride. With mag ride, you do get the Z51 suspension basically. It's gonna have the coilover perch on the front and rear. So all you need is a set of our wrenches, and you're gonna be able to turn down the front and the rear to get basically an inch of lowering from GM. And then you can add our lowering springs on top of that to get almost 2 inches of total drop. Next up is the guys who ordered Z51 cars. Now these cars are gonna come with factory coilovers, and all you're gonna need to get them about an inch lower is a set of our wrenches. They're gonna help you turn down the front, turn down the rear. And then if you're looking to go even lower than that to get to that 2-inch mark, you're gonna need to add a set of our lowering springs to get that extra inch. Next Z51 car option we have is one that came with front lift. And again, kind of like we just talked about with the base cars, you're gonna need lowering collars to get the front down. And then in the back, you'll just need a set of our wrenches because your car already comes with the rear coilovers that you can turn down to get about that inch. And again, like we've discussed in previous models, add the lowering springs to bring it to almost 2 inches full lower. And the last thing, so as we talked about all these options, if you have mag ride or you have front lift, lowering your car does not affect any of that functionality. So if you have a car that's front lift and you do the front lift collars, what we're doing is we're lowering that static starting point down almost an inch. So when you do front lift or for a speed bump or a curb or a driveway, it's still gonna bring the car up. And then your mag ride is a completely separate system, and that is not affected by lowering either because it's internal to the shocks. So your tour, street, and track modes are still gonna function as far as the valving in that shock goes. You can cruise down the interstate 80 mile an hour in tour mode, 2 inches lower, and it's gonna ride just as good as it did OEM. So be sure to check out all those options. If you have any questions, post in the comments below. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that bell. See you next time.